I've got a different type of video right now um, in relation to all of the different topics that I've spoken about over really since last month, since summer started with the Orlando shooting, and then it's been followed up with the nonsense in Dallas and the unfortunate deaths of those two black males in Minnesota and in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Uh, in thinking about those stories and how someone died in all of those encounters, and just putting that into the perspective of it could happen to anybody, it really reminds me of why I do what I do. And I don't mean, oh, I make a video every day. I'm talking about just trying to produce as much as I can in the time that I'm given. And what I mean by that is, let's say someone's in school, um, during the actual school year, which starts next month. You can't do as much as you want to. You can't. You have classes, other responsibilities, different things. That's all well and good, but people oftentimes during breaks, during holidays, they just lay down, they sleep, they go and socialize, whatever. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I look at people around me who sleep until 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, all that. I get them way, way earlier than that. And it makes me feel as if they don't realize, because a lot of times people say, "Oh, you have all the time in the world. You got nothing but time." Blah, blah, blah. And all I can think to myself is, you don't know that. You have no idea if today's your last day, if next week is your last week, next month is your final one, if this year is your last. You have no clue, because no one can see into the future. No one can predict what's going to happen with any type of accuracy. They can tell you what they think will happen, but there's no way to fully know you're going to survive or that you're going to be around. And in keeping that sort of in the back of my mind as I go about my days, I kind of set little goals for myself. I want to get this done today. I want to get that done today. And even if I don't do it, I'll know that I tried. And there's a certain level of satisfaction, even if the goal is not met, that I still gave effort and that I still, I guess, was brave enough to embark on something that I intended to finish, but alas, it wasn't the case or wasn't meant to be. And to an extent, I believe in destiny, but on the other hand, I still think there are events that we can change and determine on our own. And I just try to live in a way that, again, is it doesn't that takes advantage of the time I have and doesn't allow it to just slip by and pass. I mean, I look at some of the different people I've been around. A lot of these girls I'll just look at, sometimes I'll give them a little eye. And I can think to myself, whenever they say they want this, they want that, or talk about how, oh, you don't make the cut and all that. I always think to myself, I have however many days left. Life's too short. Why even bother thinking about them? And that's kind of part of the reason why I try to really just ground myself in as much stuff as I can. There are areas of life where I am not satisfied, or think can be improved or would like to be improved, and some of them admittedly are out of my control and I can't do anything about them because it requires the work of another person. But what I can do is enjoy what I have and try to aspire for more, even if you don't get it. But I don't let it really get me down as much as I would think it would or have had it in the past. It's just this thing of, if you feel that you can do something and you set out to do it, and someone else doesn't feel that way even after you know that you tried, I don't. There's really no way to be saddened over that. And again, I understand the whole emotion of just frustration and anger, but what does that do? When you get mad at things, oftentimes you raise your voice and you yell, and what's the good in that? And if you laugh it off and you're kind of like this, but people will still get mad. They'll still get angry, and they will act as though you're just this awful person because you don't get upset over every little thing that doesn't go your way or doesn't go their way like they do. So it's incredible to me how you have these different reactions to events. And I've had criticism applied to, oh, you laugh at everything, you joke all the time. This is the whole, and I keep explaining this. You look at Trayvon Martin. You look at what was it, Jordan Davis, one that was in the car with what, three other friends of his when that man shot up in there. And they were what, 17, I'm 18. They I've obviously lived a little bit longer than they have, but the point I'm making is you cannot be so disillusioned to the point of just, I can't even enjoy life anymore, because there are people who don't have lives that would love to be alive right now. I'm sure they'd love to still be alive. And that's kind of the part of the reason why I don't take things for granted as much as I used to, just in seeing all of these shootings and seeing all of these, um, you know, untimely deaths that people seem to forget about. But yeah, that's just my spin on it. Life's too short to get put down and be let down and feel frustrated and want to, you know, exit this world. Thank you for watching and have a good day.